Since Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and Ghostface satisfied the disturbing cravings of gore porn fans and gave us some of the most iconic slasher franchises to hold on to, there's been a void left in the bloodfest subgenre of horror, with no killer scary enough to be remembered, let alone celebrated. That is until Terrifier 2 came out of nowhere and made Art the Clown the latest in a long line of crowd favorite cold-blooded killers. The murder clown wearing a bone-chilling smile first appeared in creator Damien Leone's horror anthology All Hallows Eve and returned in the 2016 splatter slasher Terrifier, causing quite a stir among gore lovers with his senseless killings in the most brutal way possible. Following in the bloody footsteps of cult killers that came before him, Art killed for no other reason but his own maniacal design. It's his desire for not just killing, but inflicting as much pain on his victims as possible that commanded a place for him on the bloody mantle of psychotic Halloween killers. Creating a loyal fanbase with the first Terrifier helped Leone make a much larger and more character-driven script for the sequel. Art's shocking popularity was first proven when Leone's Indiegogo campaign made a striking $250,000 in donations. On the first day of its limited theatrical release, Terrifier 2 earned a whopping $400,000. The insane splatter horror that reportedly caused some people in the audience to get sick and be carried out of the theater made even non-believers take a look, and most got hooked on the unthinkable violence that Art the Clown is capable of. Instead of seeing a dip in money in the subsequent weeks, the film's box office success only kept going up and eventually landed in a massive pile of over $10 million. Just when horror fans almost gave up on the idea of anything original splattering all over their screen, Art the Clown's quiet, creepy smile, bludgeoning, slicing, scalping, and every other possible form of torture he submits his victims to shattered the entire idea of why Halloween killers work. It's not the chase that provides the adrenaline rush. It's not the fear for the victims' lives that makes you clutch your armrest. It's knowing that once Art catches up to them, he's going to do his worst. The infamous bedroom scene in Terrifier 2 is without a doubt the goriest any slasher murder has ever been in the history of the genre. And if anyone can surpass that, it will be Art himself. What works for this terrifying killer is that he's genuinely scary. It's not just that he's going to cause intense pain with his self-designed and often very random weapons. It's also the anticipation of the horror about to follow as soon as he is seen. Whether you have a phobia of clowns or not, they undoubtedly carry the air of creepiness that's taken to a whole other level by David Howard Thornton. Those dead eyes, smile, and happiness while inflicting pain makes him a demonic being who is so far invincible. Who is Art? Why does he kill? Adding to the horror around him is his mysterious origin story. Terrifier 2 begins to scratch the surface with theories that tag along with siblings Sienna and Jonathan's mysterious dead father. Art the Clown's origin and motives continue to be an enigma. And what sets him apart is that unlike his predecessors, his killings don't come with the slasher genre's usual moral lessons. It isn't just the horny teens that die. Neither is it just the skeptics and the overconfident jerks. Art will kill anyone who was unfortunate enough to cross his path. Art was given plenty of time to wreak his signature havoc, and the storyline doesn't mess with the gore audiences were looking for. In fact, the story managed to elevate it. Terrifier 2's protagonist Sienna becomes this franchise's Wonder Woman-esque badass with an angel-themed outfit and an indestructible blade that somehow gives her supernatural healing abilities. This is the first time a slasher franchise doesn't just have a survivor. It has a heroine brave enough to face the evil that is Art. While not as widely appreciated because of its lack of narrative, 2016's Terrifier was still unquestionably one of the most well-made slasher films in a long while. And what Terrifier 2 managed to achieve by bringing the same frightening killer in a well-constructed story that can be developed further is certainly a height that nobody could see it reaching, not even the team at Bloody Disgusting. Shocked or not, Bloody Disgusting submitting the dangerously bloody splatter horror for Oscar consideration is certainly exciting for horror fans that never get to see their favorite offbeat films create any such buzz. Fans have even started the #OscarsForArt movement on Twitter. But let's face it, Terrifier 2 won't be taken seriously by the Academy. But that doesn't take anything away from a film that, despite no major marketing or hype, achieved the kind of popularity that would ensure the franchise's longevity in an industry that's usually too snobbish for something this raw and daring. It's not just the fans who are hyping up Art either. The creator of Pennywise, Stephen King, has also shown his appreciation towards Art's savagery with his tweets. To add to the sweet victory of the ghastly slasher, even Mike Flanagan, who is known for a much more emotional take on horror, has not only applauded the film, but also called it a mega slasher. It may not be too long before Art becomes the new pop culture favorite, showing up in Halloween costumes and merchandise.